Terence is going to receive the Teri Merril Founder Award. And who better to present this award than a former winner of the Jazz Vocalist Award from this organization, Barbara Morrison.
No, get up there. Go up around the side. It's me, Dad. I'm taking them.
Thank you. This is such an honor for me because I've been working for Terence for 17 years. And we've seen jazz clubs come and go, haven't we? But this man is so strong. I'll tell you a little bit about myself first before I tell you about Terence, and then you'll wonder why I'm talking about strength. I'm the oldest of 6, 3 girls and 3 boys. And I'm 18 years older than my baby sister, so you can imagine what happened, all the gossip when I went away to college. Oh, Barbara's gonna have a baby. Barbara's gonna have a baby. In the small town of Romulus, Michigan. I hung out with my dad a lot because my brother didn't come till 5 years later, so my dad and I, we kind of built a really strong relationship. And there were very few dads in my neighborhood. My dad was like the dad for all the kids, and I hated that because I wanted them all to myself. And I was always scared somebody was going to take them away from me, but he stuck with me. He's pretty cool. He'd always say, "Hey, chicken, put your back against my back." He'd always say that. He never did tell me that he loved me. Or me or my brothers or sisters, he would come to the room at night and we all slept in the same room and he would turn the light on and he'd go, "Y'all lucky. Y'all got me. All I got is y'all." In my senior year in high school, I won a scholarship to college. And I was so excited. Oh, everything was going my way until I found out that my parents were gonna separate and get a divorce. And then I learned my mom was pregnant. She was pregnant with my little sister, and my dad had moved out of the house by then, and he came to me one day at the bus stop and he said, "Hey, chicken, do me a favor." And I said, "What, Dad? What is it?" He said, "You know, I've never asked you to do anything for me." And I said, "What is it?" He said, "I want you to let them see you go." I said, "Let who see me go?" He said, "I want you to let your brothers and sisters see you go to college. You're the first one in our family to go to college. I want them to see you go." I said, "Why?" I said, "Why is that so important to you?" He said, "Because they're not going to let you go without going too." And it happened. He had a winning formula. He had so much magic. When he passed away, we were all sitting around the table saying, "Well, I know I was his favorite one. No, I know I was his favorite one." And speed ahead 20 years. I meet this guy who's running a jazz club in Fullerton with the strength of, what's that guy's name? Samson. He's looking out for his father. He's getting ready to send his son to college. He's got his brother and sister looking out for his father. He's running a jazz club. He's doing my website. Yeah. He's doing all these things for all the musicians in Orange County and any other county you want to name. I'm not the only one that he's helped. And for those of you who sent or said a prayer for me or sent a dime toward my illness, thank you so much. And I know that if it wasn't for Terence, I'd still be going, oh. He called me on the phone one day and he said, "Barbara, why aren't you returning my phone calls?" And I said, "Terence, it's pretty bad." He said, "What is it?" And I said, "Well, they said they want to take my toe off." And he said, was it diabetes? And I said, yeah. Then he called and I said, well, they say they want to take my foot off. And then he called and I said, no, they say they want to take my leg off. And it kept going on and on and on. And he said, well, we're gonna put up a website and we're gonna blah, 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 blah. And before I know it, I had a new leg. I'm one leg up on him, Terence. But he didn't just do that for me. He did that for all the jazz musicians that had some problems or health problems, just like you do, just like the Los Angeles Jazz Society. He's a one-man little bitty jazz society. And that's why we love him so much. And he deserves to have this award tonight. Teri was a good friend of mine, Teri Merril Aarons, I'm sorry. And she started, along with the other great jazz musicians, the Jazz Society. And Terence started his own little jazz society down there in Orange County. And I respect him so much. I want to say, I wrote this little something I want to say, Terence. This thing is 6 pages long, so I didn't say half of it. Say, thank you, Barbara. There may be many jazz awards like this, and they'll be celebrating someone new. Now I may have a million friends, but none as true as you, 'cause there will never ever be another you. Ladies and gentlemen, 2012 Teri Merril Aarons Award winner, Mr. Terence Love. Can we just turn the light on? We got Dad over here, we got sister, we got brother, and Daniel, his son. Can we just put a light on that table? Will you guys please stand up for Terence? Stand up for Terence. Let's have our table stand up. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all the beautiful people that came out in your honor. There's brother, there's dad, there's sister, there's Daniel. And don't ever think that I'll walk out of this room without telling everybody you're my brother from another mother. But I also have 2 other brothers from another mother, Joe Rothman and John McClure, sitting right over there. Joe Rothman, John McClure, stand up. It's Peter Marks and Dickie Patrini. Let's give Terence some love. Yeah. My heroes, ladies and gentlemen, my heroes.
You're fine, Dad. Just sit.
Good evening, everybody. I'm looking for the red light. They said there's going to be a red light if I speak over 2 minutes that's going to come on, and I don't see it here. But anyway, first of all, I want to thank Leonard for being a great host. Where is he? He does it every year. He's a fantastic man. And of course, Barbara Morrison, my sister, and I tell you, I love you, Barbara, and just what a consummate performer. And I was happy to be a part of helping you get that leg. Let's just not lose the other one, okay? Also want to thank the LA Jazz Society for their commitment to this great art form and the support of Steamers for the last 18 years. Some of us think that Orange County, behind the orange curtain, we're not part of LA, but you know, we are. We're all together here. And of course, the Teri Merril Aaron's Foundation here for honoring me in this. I want to congratulate all the honorees and feel blessed to be in the same company as these great composers, arrangers, and musicians. And wow, you know, what a band to follow, and the great artists that were up there. As Barbara was saying, I want to especially thank my father Daniel, my brother Kevin, and my sister Amy for heavy financial support. And of course, great support as family and emotional support. My son Daniel, who's now who's playing drums, and he's a freshman at Cal State Fullerton, and he was born 10 days after Steamers opened, and so he's grown up in that place, and you know, this is it's a tough business to sustain, and they deserve the ultimate recognition for allowing me to pursue this vision and dream. Without them, Steamers wouldn't exist. I want to extend my sincerest gratitude to a handful of special friends that have also contributed greatly to the success of Steamers: Joe Rothman, John McClure, Art Pazernick, Bill Selditz, Mike Peak, Vicky Pedrini, Peter Marks, also at my table. You know, these people have been there from the very beginning and have supported me greatly and helped keep this thing perpetuate. And it really is about perpetuating this music, because, you know, when I first started the business, there were a lot of old people coming to the shows, and still a lot of old people coming to the shows. Unfortunately, I'm 18 years older myself, and you know, but there are a lot of young people that are involved in these programs for jazz education are important. I was a part of starting Friends of Jazz, which is a wonderful nonprofit organization that now has donated over $300,000 in stipends and scholarships to high schools and you know, colleges. When I went to high school, we had like 3 uniforms for marching band and all that stuff. We never had a fundraiser or anything like that, you know. That was back then. Now, you know, if these guys want to go to play a football halftime show across town, they have to have a fundraiser for that. Anyway, finally, I want to express my deepest thanks to the thousands of musicians who have graced the stage of Steamers and made it all worthwhile. One guy in particular, he's right over there, Jeff Hamilton. You know, Jeff Hamilton is, he's not only the greatest drummers in the world, he's just a fantastic friend, and you know, I love him to death. John Clayton, Barbara Morrison, Poncho Sanchez, Heidi DeFranco, Terry Gibbs, Denise Donatelli, Diana Krall, just to name a few. Bill Henderson, Bill's here, I think I saw him too. Some of the, you know, Ernie Andrews, some of the greats that have been on that stage, and I just feel so honored to be a part of it. The list goes on, and it's my dream that we'll be able to continue for another 18 years, and you know, to help support live jazz. And for those of you who just sit at home and listen to music, I doubt if there are many of you that are here because you're jazz fans, but you know, there's a lot of competition these days, and you know, get out there and support it, not only to help the club make it and help pay these musicians, but you know, no musician wants to play to an empty house, you know what I mean? So bring your friends out, you know, turn the radio off, turn the iPad off, and come out and listen to some great jazz. You know, that's what it's all about. I want to thank you. I feel blessed and honored